Hi. Okay, I can also hear myself. That's cool. So, hi everybody! Yay! Yay! We did it! Great. Hold up. We're just gonna take a quick photo because this feels like it's not really happening. Wait, let's do it this way. No, hold on. Ready? Yay. All right, cool. So welcome. This is so exciting. This is our first hybrid meetup. Salut tout le monde. Merci d'être venu. C'est vraiment cool. Eh? Ça fait longtemps. Je sais même pas si on avait fait un meetup en 2020. Did we do a meetup in 2020? I don't even know if we did one before the pandemic. Anyway, who cares? It was a long time ago. So we're here, very excited about it. We're going to get started. So what we're going to do today, my name is Julia, by the way, and I'm one of the organizers of the CNCF Montréal and Canada chapters, along with a few other of my amazing colleagues who are here as well. So you'll meet us, if you don't know us already, you'll meet us this evening. So tonight we're going to talk about a little bit about what's been going on this year. We are also going to have an awesome talk from our wonderful friend, Sebastián, who's from Container Solutions. So we're very excited about that. We will also, for the first time ever, talk about involvement in a charity that we would like to promote. We need to remind ourselves that we are in a very privileged country, place, industry, so giving back is important. And then we are also going to have some prizes. Oh. Look at our faces, we're so cute. So here, these are some of the folks who are here today. So you can find us. Oh yeah, come on up. So there's our beloved Archie, who you can't miss because he's wearing this amazing suit. I don't know where, it's like you're competing with Don Cherry.
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Archie, I'm Cloud Native Ambassador. Happy to see everyone back in person and people who are online with us.
Great. Sebastián, who's here all the way from Quebec City. Woo, woo, woo. Who else? Anthony?
Hey.
And big shout out.
Organized event.
Yeah.
Salut, bonjour à tous.
Anthony is the one who organized this whole thing in person, so big shout out. Johan, who actually is even farther from Halifax, drove in today just so he could hang out with us. Alex? Yay! Who am I missing? Yeah. He?
Ambassador.
Yeah. Sorry. He's also a different kind of ambassador. So yeah, thank you all for being here and for organizing this. We do have this other crew of colleagues who are not here. So we have other folks, Chris and Mike and Jen and a whole bunch of other people who help us run these meetups who are in different cities. So big shout out to them as well. Wish you could all be here, but hopefully we'll be seeing you all in 2022. So these are our other friends who we haven't seen in a while, but hello, everybody. We also, of course, would not be able to do these meetups without sponsors. So, of course, we've been doing them online, which is great. And the reason why we can do fun things like have a drink is because of sponsors who... Tu veux dire quelque chose?
Yeah, I just wanted to do also some special shout-outs to Jan from Kung Fu, who also helped us for organizing this event tonight. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, Kung Fu, if anybody doesn't know. Actually, Jan, veux-tu dire deux mots sur Kung Fu? In a long time. Actually, my very first conference in this industry was Kung Fu in 2015. It was very scary, in a good way.
So yeah, Confu is a developer conference that will be happening next February 23rd to 25th. We're trying very hard to have it in person, but we also have a hybrid solution for people that prefer to stay at home. This year we have over 155 presentations, 3 keynotes, and speakers from all over the world, hopefully. Yeah. And this year will mark actually the 20th edition of the conference, and we cover pretty much everything from PHP, Java, .NET, Node, obviously cloud, DevOps, security, and many other topics. You can go see the website confoo.ca, CONFOO.ca, and I hope you have a great humor this year.
Yeah. Thank you. So Jan helped us organize this in-person part of the meetup. And we do have these other wonderful sponsors, JFrog and Elastic, who helped us in 2021 to kind of make these talks possible, these events possible. So they often will come and do talks as well. And we try to keep those fun and open source, and thank you to our sponsors. And we do have some exciting news that these two companies, Microsoft and SUSE, will be joining our sponsorship roster for 2022. So we look forward to that and having talks from them. Yeah. So this is exciting. So Sebastián actually did a presentation for us virtually last year, and it was great and well received. And since then, he has actually moved to Canada and had to acquaint himself with the snow and the cold weather. So welcome. We are all here to give you tips on how to survive the winter, your first winter here. So we're very excited to have you, and thank you to Container Solutions for letting us borrow Sebastián. Just a reminder, a few housekeeping items. So these are ways in which you can find us. So we are on LinkedIn, which is cool. On Slack, we have a Slack channel. So if anybody's not in there, et vous voulez poser des questions, technique, non technique, please join and meet us all there. There's some really great and talented and smart people who are in that Slack channel. All of these are recorded and will be on our YouTube channel, so that will be available after the meetup tonight. And we are also, of course, on Twitter, so you can find us there and chat with us. As usual, we do want people from the community, like Sebastián or anyone else, to submit a talk. So if you have either a user story, success or failure, it doesn't only have to be good stuff. It could be what went wrong. Or if you want to do a technical talk, please submit it. The links are posted in our Slack channel. If you're interested, please let us know, because we always want people from our community to do talks as well. So the sponsors, it's cool, it's great, we love them. And we also want community members to be able to do presentations as well. So variety of ways that you can submit your talk, and we would love to book you for 2022. One last thing, there is, the CNCF has decided that we are no longer using meetup.com. So I'm doing like a bit of a joyous dance about that, because it was sometimes a struggle to use that platform. No platform is perfect. So we're using one that's called Bevy now, but it will be completely migrated. So we started this, I think, last year, but as of December 31st, 2021, there will no longer be any CNCF meetup.com pages. It's all going to be done through the chapters in Bevy. So there's a Montreal chapter in Ottawa. There's a Canada one that we created for online events. So please join that. We can also send you information about that in the Slack channel. And I will pass it to the wonderful Johan to talk about this year.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you very much.
We almost haven't to meet her.
So it's been an interesting year for CNCF. So I'm going to let Archie start off talking. Oh, no, I'm going to start talking first. So, sorry, microphone's not close enough. It's been an interesting year for CNCF, and 2021 was an interesting year. We started off with Team TNT creating the first Kubernetes targeted attack. They created malware called Hildegard, which exploited kubelets that were not locked down. And so batten the hatches, Kubernetes, because the security storm is not ended yet. So keep an eye out for this. Closer. I'm going to pass it over to Archie. And
Sure. Yeah, so we actually have a quick recap of what happened in 2021 with the cloud native projects. As you know, we have graduated, incubated, and sandbox projects. Obviously, we're excited about more about graduated and incubated projects. So OPA, Open Policy Agent, graduated to CNCF. I hope you're already using it in production. It's a nice way of putting guardrails into your Kubernetes clusters and apply policies. Linkerd, Service Mesh from Buoyant has been graduated to CNCF. Very exciting news for us, because we have one of the employees from Ambassador Labs. So their project Emissary Ingress has been incubated to CNCF. We were very happy, and congrats, Alex. He's one of our organizers and software developers for Emissary Ingress. Woo! And we also have a bunch of other nice projects that has been incubated. There's actually a lot of projects that are one of my favorite ones, so it's very hard to choose the most favorite one, but I'll start with Litmus. So Litmus is used for chaos testing. So basically you deploy Litmus as CRDs on your Kubernetes cluster, and you can launch chaos tests on your Kubernetes, on your infrastructure, in your cloud provider, and you can test resiliency of your microservices in a situation when something is going down. I highly recommend to check it out. It's really nice. I've tested it. It's really, really cool. Cilium, I think like everybody's super excited to have Cilium as part of CNCF. So Cilium has been incubated, donated to CNCF. It's, I think, a big win for CNCF, and we're very excited. So Cilium is a networking based on the BPF. It's kind of replacing previous generation of networking that it was based on IP tables. It's very fast, secure, and recently I think Cilium is launched service mesh based on Cilium. So we might have a talk next year around that. Project Flux. So Flux is used for GitOps. If you, like me, love GitOps, I think this is definitely a good project to check it out. So it's more like a driven through the CRDs again. You can store your Kubernetes code in GitHub, and Flux will apply this code that is in the GitHub automatically to Kubernetes clusters without you using kubectl. Which Project Crossplane. It's a very nice project, I would say, for people who doesn't like Terraform and loves Kubernetes. So if you love YAML files, instead of creating Terraform modules, you can create YAMLs of your VPC networking or Cloud SQL or GKE cluster or AKS cluster, and Crossplane will apply this to Kubernetes. Through the Kubernetes, it will create the infrastructure in your cloud providers. And obviously, you can connect those tools like GitOps, Crossplane together, just commit your code to the GitHub, and it will automatically create your infrastructure. So it's very, very exciting. Keta, it's an autoscaler project that is essentially you can plug to any type of events, and it can scale your pods, something like we missed with the HPA. And then Longhorn is one of our sponsors, SUSE, who contributed. This project is essentially cloud native storage for Kubernetes. All right. Is that true?
Yeah.
All right.
You can talk about it if you
No,
want.
go ahead.
So, of course, we had KubeCon North America this year, and shout out to one of our organizers. Julia presented a vulnerable tale about burnout, and it was very well received. And if you have any talks, organized conferences that you're involved in organizing for 2022, then consider reaching out to Julia to you know, take a view of the human side of tech. All right. Is that you?
All right. Another exciting project, not in CNCF yet, or at least it's getting there. So Project Knative, this project has been created by Google. Essentially, it allows you to deploy serverless on top of Kubernetes and lets you deploy, you know, less YAMLs to deploy your application. It was a very exciting project, but it was still in development, and we are very excited to announce it in 1.0 in GA. And Google recently also sent the proposal to CNCF to put this project in incubation, which is, I think, very exciting news, at least for me. I don't know what about you guys, but like this hopefully brings all the CNCF community and can back the Knative project, which I think had a good start, but like kind of slowed down in the middle. So this potentially can give us a second life for the project. And finally, CNCF recently announced a new exam for which is called KeyCNA. So, you know, if you're really starting and want to have some kind of entry-level certification that you know CNCF ecosystem, you know, if KeyCA, KeyCD kind of complicated for you, I think this is a great place to start and, you know, have your CV updated with the CNCF certificate. All right, so that was kind of recap of what we had in 2021. Johan, thanks a lot for your help. I just have a few more announcements that are kind of coming from CNCF. So obviously, we are hoping to go to Valencia, Spain for Cloud Native Con 2022. So if you want to apply, you still have a few days left to apply for CFP. But if you like me, the early bird prices already. You can go on the website and register. So like online event will cost $10 or something, and you can also purchase. The cheapest price right now is to buy the tickets for KubeCon EU, and then we obviously hoping that we can go to Detroit, Michigan for Cloud Native Con 2022 in North America. I'm very excited. All right, last time we actually had covered already Kubernetes 1.23. So if you're really interested to learn what's there, we had actually release manager from Kubernetes ecosystem who actually give a very detailed talk about what are the features coming. So it's very cool actually having a person who was firsthand release lead for Kubernetes. He was actually presenting at our previous meetup, so you can learn more about the stuff. So when he was presenting, it was not released yet, but now it's officially released. So this is kind of an announcement. All right, so with that, I'm super excited to invite our speaker, Sebastián Gómez. So Sebastián is working at Container Solutions. This is a company that is very active in Canadian community, but also globally. They have offices in UK. So if you guys want to work there with the cloud native stuff, please reach out to them. And Sebastián is actually presenting about very interesting topic that is related to how we can, use safely Kubernetes secrets with Kubernetes. And I think for many of us, this is a big problem because, we're trying to figure out how to connect Vault or maybe how to use cloud services from Amazon, GCP, or from Azure, and how to do this safely in a cloud native manner. There was actually one solution which is called CSI, and this is going to be another interesting alternative, which is open source project. So I'll let Sebastián have a talk about it. Please welcome Sebastián.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you. Hello, everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. That's all my French. Actually, I'm trying to learn it. I moved here in March this year. I'm trying to keep up with the French. Hope everybody can understand everything I said. So, external secret operator. This is a project I've been working on, and I think it's pretty cool. Like Archie said, it's trying to solve a few problems. So let's dig into it. So what's with that accent? Yeah, I'm not from here. You probably already realized. I'm from a small country in South America called Uruguay. If you've seen The Simpsons, you probably remember when Homer made fun of our name. And if you like soccer, you probably know Luis Suarez biting people and probably getting the goal with the hands in the World Cup. Yeah, he bites guys. Yeah, that's what kind of his thing. So yeah, I mentioned I'm from a small country, and you say, how small is it? So this is Uruguay next to Quebec. So yeah, it is small. But I'm not here to talk about geography. I'm a cloud native engineer at Container Solutions. Container Solutions is the company that hired me and actually brought me here. So I'm really thankful for that. One of my old colleagues is here now, Michael. Thank you for being here. And I met Julia, like she said, in one of the meetups we had last year remotely. I was still in Uruguay giving the talk for this meetup. So yeah, I'm a maintainer of this project that I'm going to tell you about, and I have a strong background in development. And then I moved to kind of deployment and cloud and got involved into all this stuff. So what's the problem that I'm here to try to solve? So let's say you have an application and it needs a database, and let's say it has some it needs some resources from the cloud. I don't know, maybe an API call to Twitter or whatever service, and you need an access key, you need a secret, you need a token to get to that service. So here we have two what we call secrets, right? So you have the password and user to connect to the database, the user and password to connect to the database, and actually the token to get to the actual API. So we call these dotted lines, we're gonna call them secrets. So now you have two secrets you have to manage, but of course you have multiple environments. So you have development, testing, and production. You have different databases. You probably have different keys because you are charged differently depending on how you use them. So, and this is just a monolith. If we go to microservices, which makes everything better, we all know, yeah, this is kind of like the mess you are facing with. So you try to, I guess you see the problem. I mean, all these lines, remember, are a secret, are something that is very sensitive for our application, and we needed to store it in a safe way. We need our application to make good use of it. So the problem is, yeah, in a multi-service, multi-environment setup in Kubernetes, I have to add that this is a solution for Kubernetes only. You can end up with hundreds of secrets to manage. It's hard to handle rotation, onboard new services, onboard new people. How do you securely distribute those services, right? So now we have two problems, actually. One of them is, where do we store those secrets? And the other one is, how do we handle them? So the storing part is kind of already figured out. I mean, all these providers, they already have some service that allows you to store securely your secrets. They allow you to handle rotation and encryption at rest and everything. So yeah, AWS, GCP, Azure, all of them and more, right? So wouldn't it be great if we have something that would sync up our secrets stored in our cloud provider and created actual Kubernetes secrets, the native Kubernetes secret inside our cluster? That's the solution we are proposing. So the appealing for syncing secret is you may be already working with a cloud provider, right? So you're already working with, I don't know, GCP. You already have that service. So maybe that's the best storage for you to save your secrets. And yeah, like I said, great features that you can use from them, and also abstract your developers from the secret themselves. So they declare the use of the secret, but they don't have to know it. They don't have to know how to access to them, and you know, have different separation of concerns. Avoid access to the actual secret, environment specific, and yeah, all these things. So we built an operator. This is the end of the story. So I'm going to explain a little bit what's an operator. Maybe you're familiar with it, but basically, the Kubernetes has a controller. So when you say you want a deployment with 3 replicas, there's a controller that will see, okay, in the etcd you wanted 3 replicas. Let me see how many you have. You have 2. Okay, I need to create 1 more, right? And that's what the controller is doing. So an operator is basically that for a different kind of objects, for objects that the Kubernetes controller doesn't know, because we created our own CRDs, our own objects, so we need something to handle those objects. And those objects are called external secret store, and I'll dig into it later on. But basically, the Kubernetes controller doesn't care about those objects, but they don't, because it doesn't mean anything to the controller itself. But our operator will do exactly what I just mentioned before. So you said you have an external secret. Okay, I need to see, do you have a secret in your namespace? If not, I need to create it. And if you deleted an external secret, I need to delete that secret in your namespace. So basically, this is the operator pattern. Just observe, find the difference, and act in consequence, right? So they get together. How they all started? We had the most popular kid in school. There was a GoDaddy project. It was an original solution with more than 2,000 GitHub stars, many users, mature code base, nice community engagement, and yeah, it was working fine. It was working great. I don't mean to say just fine. In our company, somebody had started a project very similar to it. So we kind of say, hey, let's try to get together and let's all work on the same approach. So why do we need another solution? So the Kubernetes external secret project was built on JavaScript, and there's nothing wrong with being written in JavaScript, but most of the Kubernetes community loves Go, and all the tooling and all the SDK and everything is, we think easier in Go. So we thought maybe we should start moving into Go. Long story short, we kind of engaged with that community. We engaged with the team behind that project. It was from GoDaddy, I said, and we kind of got together and worked on a unified solution. And also, I added this today because it is in Go. There's no log4j problems, right? Yeah, we love that. So how we got together? There was this issue. Actually, somebody wrote that issue in the GoDaddy project, said, consider merging with AWS secret operator. That was another project that somebody was working on. And somebody said, yeah, there's also this one. And this is our project. And another one. So we later realized many of us were working on kind of the same solution. So a lot of people were trying to solve the same problem with different approach, kind of the same approach actually, and repeating ourselves. So yeah, we basically wanted to have the same CRD for all not for all the projects, but something in common for every project to make it easier to migrate to the new one. So basically, the issue in GoDaddy started. We found all the similar solutions. There was a discussion about how hard would it be to make an effort to create it. We started working on the common CRD, and we actually, this is the last thing, we actually created a new organization. It's called External Secret on GitHub, and this is where we migrated the code from GoDaddy and our code from Container Solutions, and we started to work on a new repo, migrating their JavaScript code into Go, adding our providers. So the current state, well, we've been working a lot. We have a lot of providers. I'm going to go through all of them later on, but we have a lot of providers in stable state. Some of them are not yet, but because of some lack of documentation, but we are working on that. And we are adding a lot of tests. I mean, this is an open source project. People from, like I said, GoDaddy is involved, we are involved, people from Electronic Arts and some other companies are also using them. It's not like they don't want, I can't say who they are, but yeah, a lot of people are actually using it. So this is part of the status right now. We have all these providers. So if you have secrets in any of these providers, you can use our operator. By I mean the operator I help with to sync your secrets to your cluster. And how does it work? It's very similar to the original solution. So you have different namespaces, and the operator basically will try to, like I said, go to the cloud provider that you define it. I'm going to show a little demo in just a few minutes, and I'll show you how this is done. But basically, you declare that you need a secret, and you declare where to go get it, and the operator will go get it and create an actual Kubernetes secret for you. So we are now working on, this is kind of the things that we have in our backlog. We want, this is a thing called secret sync. It's actually to being able to back up. So you have your secrets on AWS. So we create your secrets in your cluster, but maybe you want to back up in Azure right from your cluster secrets. That is not possible right now. We're working on that and other interesting features. So I kind of already said this, but how does it work? We have a split CRD. So basically, we have two new objects, the external secret that I mentioned before, and the secret store or cluster secret store. This is because you can have a secret store namespace or not. I'm going to show you how to not have a namespace secret store. And the store is the one that basically tells the operator where to go get the secret, right? So basically, how it works is you have your cloud provider, and you have many secrets there, being AWS, Azure, whatever, and you have your cluster secret store. In this case, this is kind of like the demo I'm going to show you. And the operator will find external secrets, know where to go get the credentials, and actually go get the secrets and create your own Kubernetes secret in your namespace. So, hammer time. I'm going to show you a demo, and I have to move. This won't be easy because I need to go to the back. Hopefully, you will be able to listen. RG, is this working? Perfect. So, I don't know where my... Is my screen showing? No, it's not. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. There it is. Okay, so I have Minikube here. I have a Minikube cluster, and I'm going to show you how to create the secrets for it. If I try to get secrets, there's nothing here, just the default token secret. And if I want to get an external secret, there's nothing here. So I'm going to apply. I'm going to show you what I'm applying. What am I missing? F. Okay. So what did I do? I just created this external secret. The external secret is saying, okay, I want to have a secret that is going to be called CNCF Montréal secret. You need to get the cluster secret store is on a cluster, the credentials actually to get the secret is stored on a cluster secret store called Azure Secret Store. And that Azure Secret Store basically tells you how to get there, right? How to where to get the credentials from to go and create the secret itself. So right now, since I've already created this, if I go get secret, there's a new secret. And there's a new external secret, the one that I just created, secret sync. So that secret CNCF, it should have the secret that we wanted. So get secret CNCF Montreal JSON path. This is going to be hard. Data.dev. Let me see how I name this in my dev secret test. So it's going to be dev secret. Sorry, test. Yeah, and that's a secret. So we need to decode it. And we can have a cow say it and paint it, because why not? So yeah, that's the secret I stored in the Azure key vault. So, but let's say I want to have my secrets is actually coming from another cloud provider, which is AWS. So this will change a little bit things around, but it should be, oh wait, I didn't apply it. So if I try to get the secret again, yeah, hello from AWS. So yes, we're back here. Don't ask me to dance like that. Maybe after a few more beers, not right now. So that was the demo. What did just happen? Let me tell you a little bit of what I did, because sometimes it's hard to see on the console. So basically, my application is running there in my default namespace, and I declare an external secret. So me as a developer, all I know is I need to declare an external secret, and somehow, magically, this secret will be there with the secret that I want. So what's actually going on is the operator reads that there's an external secret, and in the external secret, it says, okay, the secret store that I need is called, we started with the one from Azure. So it's called Azure Cluster Secret Store. So we will get here, and here it will say, okay, this is the way to get the credentials to access the Azure Key Vault. And the credentials are in secrets in another namespace. So we have like different security groups. So we have an administrator that creates these secrets manually or however they want to, but we don't have developers accessing these secrets. So the external secret operator goes to Azure and creates the secret here. What I did after that was I changed in my external secret operator and said, instead of going to the Azure external secret, go to the AWS external secret. So I changed that, and this external secret, cluster secret store, has a different set of credentials and reference to another secret with the right credentials for AWS. So the external object went to AWS and got the secret hello from AWS, and removed the previous secret that I have and created a new one with my new secret from AWS. Yeah, I'm not missing anything, I think. So yeah, I already showed this. This is basically some of the use cases that we are actually thinking and some companies are working with. So we have a cluster admin that administrates the cluster secret store. So application developers have no idea how to get there, right? So our credentials are really secure and only known by whoever is responsible for that. There's another way of using it, is having different secret stores. So let's say my team, they want to have their own secret store because they want to go to AWS, and I have another secret store that wants to go to GCP, and another team works with IBM for whatever reason. So we can have a cluster admin that securely modifies the secret store, and every team has their own secret store, obviously one single operator. And the last one is basically the same, but what was the difference here? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm sure there's a good reason for this. I really don't remember right now what it is. So this is new. Actually, somebody from in the Kubernetes infrastructure, they want to migrate their infrastructure to our external secret operator, which is really cool because they were using the old one, the one from GoDaddy, and they want to migrate to ours now. So it's pretty cool. We're pretty excited about that. We're going to be working with them with that. And so you can reach us and contribute. We have a lot of stuff to do. We're working with providers like Alibaba and Baidu, maybe in China, and some others that sometimes people come up with providers we never heard of. But yeah, we want to be able to help everybody. So these are the ways that you can contribute. You can chip in with documentation at first, maybe a few easy bugs, or whatever. So that's it for me. Thank you. This is the QR code for the project if you want to go in. And I have a bet with a few colleagues that I can get 20 new stars in our GitHub repo. So please go and help me out.
Thank you, Sebastián. So we actually have a lot of questions, and hopefully here as well in person. I will start first.
Okay.
Do you guys plan to donate this project to CNCF?
That's a good question. I feel kind of I would. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. I mean, nothing would get me more excited than to have it promoted by CNCF. Yeah.
Yes. If you have any questions, please let me know, because we had a Cloud Native Days and we had a speaker from Cert Manager. He was a creator of Cert Manager, and he actually asked me like, how are we gonna apply to CNCF and everything. He wasn't sure if that's a good thing. And next thing you know, the project now Cert Manager is part of the CNCF, right? So cool. If obviously this will bring more developers, more visibility to a project, and obviously from your side you will benefit from because you are the creators of it, right? Of course. more promotion on your side.
Of course, we love to.
There's a few questions from online, so if you can just the second one.
Okay, what does the operator store?
If you can repeat it, so
where does the operator store the creds it needs to access the external secret store? In a native, those. Sorry, it says where does the operator store the credentials it needs to access the external secret store? In a native Kubernetes secret? Yes, that's the. Actually, let me go back to it. In this namespace, here are the secrets, the actual Kubernetes secrets that holds the credentials to each provider. Okay, so somebody needs to create this. Obviously, an admin, somebody with the right privileges, and this namespace should be closed to everybody else.
Awesome.
No more questions here.
Yeah.
So, hi, Alain Chiasson. I work with actually Vault.
Cool.
And so one of the questions is something like, how do you keep the separation of, for example, credentials? I know in Vault we can do logins with LDAP, with a whole bunch of other authorization engines. Is that something that's supported, or basically what do the credentials look like in the cred store?
Yeah. The question.
Yeah, the question is.
They can hear.
He has a microphone. Okay. So the credentials, the Kubernetes secret store, it knows obviously what provider is for, right? So we have everything like, I don't know if you've seen it, but in my AWS secret store, it said what's the region and what's, I don't know, other stuff that needs to be configured. And the credentials, the access key and secret, are stored in a different secret. So the operator has many providers. One of them is for AWS, and that providers know where to get everything it needs to get the secrets and work with the SDK. Did I answer your question?
So, well, maybe you can repeat, but so for example, with Vault, So, for example, with Vault, I can have a whole bunch of different policies on what secrets I can actually access. So how they have their own.
I actually haven't worked with Vault myself,
Okay.
but I know people that has, obviously. And if we get in touch after this, I will come back with an answer, because
Okay.
yeah, I really don't know.
Thanks for the question.
Hello.
Thank you.
Gracias, Sebastián. So my question is about the integration with AWS Secret Manager. I was wondering if you need AWS credentials, or if you also support instance profiles as well to connect to AWS and retrieve the secrets from AWS. I mean, do you support all kind of AWS ways of authenticating?
I know we now support 2 ways of authenticating, key and secret, and I can't remember. It doesn't ring the bell. Yeah, we have another one. Sorry, but I can't remember. But we are working on getting that as much as we can in everything. So we used to have just one for AWS. Somebody wanted to create the new one, so we have it. If there's something that we don't have, we'll try to work on it.
Okay, and also I would like to go back to one of the last slides that you showed, where you showed to us that the Kubernetes. I mean, I think it was a Kubernetes core project. They decided to switch from the GoDaddy solution to yours.
Yeah.
Somehow. So I'm just wondering. I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean that external secret operator would be core to Kubernetes, or is it going to be?
No, this is something that this project on Kubernetes, the one that holds the infrastructure for the Kubernetes, is working. It has been working. I didn't know about this. They have been working with the GoDaddy Kubernetes external secret project. So now that is being, how do you say it, put in under maintenance only, they want to migrate, but it's not. I don't know of any work related to have it natively working on Kubernetes, like coming from Kubernetes. Right now, it's a Helm chart that you have to install yourself, Helm or whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions?
Hello. When you're using the HashiCorp Vault injector inside Kubernetes, you have to use some kind of templating language. So the final secrets you're getting, it's not only the secret data that you grab from the store, it can be like in a full configuration file that you templated into the tool. Is it possible with your operator to do template or decorate the secrets that is going to be created? Like put that in a JSON file with a key value or something?
Okay, a lot of Vault users tonight. I really don't know, but I can tell you is that in AWS you can have like key value pairs, or you can have like a full JSON, and we support whatever you use. You can actually get like one secret from AWS. I personally work more with AWS and Azure, but you can get one secret of it, or a key inside a JSON that's part of the whole secret in AWS. I don't know if that answered your question, because I really don't know the answer to your question, but maybe. Sorry.
Does anyone have any other questions in the room?
Maybe with Azure, maybe with, I don't know.
A non-AWS question?
About soccer, about...
Hold on, we have a question. Hold up.
Okay.
Just hold this near your mouth, please.
All right. So this might be very similar to what he's asking about Vault. I have just more of a general question about the secret syncing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of policies you can apply to it? Because I mean, the second you give, the way it looks right now is once you're giving your credentials to the secret store, it can then access any secret. So if a developer guesses the name of another secret, they can access it. So I'm curious, is there any way that you can address policies to restrict users to only a subset of secrets?
Let me think about it, because we have something with there is a way because you can force like your external secret, your secret store to access like some, with one of the examples that I had, I think is this one. Everybody gets access to a key inside of your secret management, and not all of them. So this secret store can only access to this kind of secret, A/something, and not the rest of it. Even if they know, like, I don't know, that you have a B buzzword, they won't be able, this external secret store won't be able to access that, because we do have some policies in place for that.
So like that from my understanding is based on having a separate secret store. Like you'll have a separate secret store per policy, basically. Is that?
Yes, in this case, yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
There was another hand over here? Yeah. Okay, hold on, I'm coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, just move your hand up.
Okay. So my question is about the how do you manage the life cycle of the secrets that you are creating? So basically, maybe I can. How do you manage the rotation? Do you have a feedback inside the API, maybe inside the CRD to know?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, the external, I didn't show it, but the external secret, or the secret store actually has a sync policy. So right now, I think by default it's 1 hour, but you can always configure how much you want it. So if you have a secret rotation in your provider, you can have also rotation, not rotation, but a syncing timeout, let's say, based on your rotation there. So you will always get the latest secret. Obviously, if there are out of sync, you might be having an old secret because it hasn't synced yet. But yeah, we manage that with a sync rotation.
Okay, so
sync rotation timeout.
Can I understand there is no a direct relation, a coupling between the rotation of the secret store and the...
Yeah, I get your, that's a good question. No, not that I know of.
All right.
That's a good feature though.
Maybe, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've created some work for yourself.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Anyone else have any questions? I don't think are there any others online? No, eh?
No, we're good. So maybe we're closing.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Sebastián. Muchas gracias. Thank you for being here. Yay.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. Bye.
We're gonna wrap up in one
I left
second.
it in your
Very
table.
close.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch.
There's just one more slide that we're going to talk about. So as was mentioned earlier, I did a talk about my experience with burnout and depression earlier, or a few times this year. And it's, of course, very near and dear to my heart, but we, as an organizing committee, wanted to give back to other communities. And so we had a lot of options, and there are many, many, many charities that are in need of donations, monetary, food, clothes, et cetera, et cetera. And we know that the pandemic has had a really massive impact on women, especially. Conjugal violence, unfortunately, is on the rise due to the pandemic, as well as mental health. So we actually chose this charity, which is called the Canadian Mental Health Association, and it's a national charity, so across Canada. And they run a lot of different programs, including suicide prevention, et cetera. Some of them are listed here. So this is the one that we're choosing to feature this time around. If you feel called to donate, there is a QR code here. that can lead you to the page to make a donation. We would encourage you to do that and or to donate to another charity, because like I mentioned earlier, we are privileged people in a privileged industry in a privileged country. So we're just looking for small ways to give back. And if anyone has any charities that are near and dear to their heart, we'd be happy to promote that and talk about that as well. So on that note, I think we're done. There are, unfortunately, the online folks aren't going to get this, but there are some stickers and masks for the people who are here in person. So if you haven't checked that out at the table at the back, you can feel free to grab a sticker. We'd like to thank you all for coming in person, being here online. Thank you so much for making this this dream a reality. So thank you all for being here, and yeah, we'll keep you posted for our first event in 2022. Bye.
So we're gonna close the event. For the people online, thanks for joining. So we finished. We're gonna keep the QR code here just in case, but we're gonna be slowly shutting down here on the virtual side. Thank you very much. Happy